Happy Thursday. Hope you're having a great week. Nathan Moldenhauer here with you, one of the pastors at Shepherd of the Hills Lutheran Church in Northwest Tucson. Do you add salt to your food? Let me rephrase that. How much salt do you add to your food? Do you add just a little bit? Or do you let it shower for a little while? Maybe you put salt on your eggs, you put salt on the vegetables when you do eat them, you put it on your potatoes and on your meat and on your rice. You just put it a little bit on a little bit of everything. Not a little bit of salt, but a lot of bit of salt. We do it to flavor our food. We don't do this so much anymore. We have refrigeration, we have freezers. They also used to use salt to preserve. They would wrap their meat in salt and then set it in a dark place. So salt, two purposes, right? To add some flavor, but then also to preserve. You add salt to your food. Do you add salt to your conversations? I came across this Bible verse earlier this week from Colossians chapter 4. And it was a good reminder for me. Maybe you need this reminder too. Colossians 4 verse 6. It says, "Always let your conversations be full of grace." And then it adds this phrase, "seasoned with salt." Always let your conversations, the way you and I talk to one another, the way Christians talk to each other, the way a Christian would talk to someone who isn't a believer, that our conversations would always be full of grace, be full of God's love, be full of mercy and understanding and patience, reflect God's love for us, maybe when we have the opportunity to point someone to the love of Jesus, but then also seasoned with salt. That there would be flavor to our conversations. Again, that grace, that love, that care. That our conversations would be a preservative. That they would be full of the love of Jesus, the comfort of Jesus for the hurting, the grace of Jesus for the sinful, for the brokenhearted. Right? We add salt to our food, but do we think about that when we talk? Or when I talk, am I flippant? Do I say things that I haven't thought through? Am I careless or even hurtful with my words if I'm tired or I'm a little hungry, I'm a little hangry, and I'm talking to maybe someone I'm really comfortable with, maybe I'm talking to a spouse or I'm talking to a child. Am I being careful with how I talk? And if I am careful with how my food is seasoned, if I want to make sure my food is preserved, if it's refrigerated or wrapped in salt, I got to do that with my speech too. Our Savior did that perfectly. Our Savior's conversations were always full of grace, seasoned with salt, pointing to Himself, pointing to His Father's love, pointing to His Father's plan of salvation, the plan of salvation that included you. He gave great promises in His conversations. He gave comfort and peace and joy. May you and I now do that same thing, knowing that we have been forgiven for when we have been careless in our conversations, when we have been careless or hurtful with our words. We have been forgiven by Jesus Christ, His sacrifice on the cross, His perfect life. Now we return thanks to Him. We live for Him by seasoning not our food, but seasoning our conversations with grace, with salt, that we may always be reflecting the love of Christ. Hope you have a great rest of your week. Until next time, God bless you.